Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is finally part 2 of my Ulta sale haul. It's a small haul overall, but it includes products from the 21 Days of Beauty event as well as some Ulta clearance. You know what, before we get into this video, because Ulta never stops with the sales, let me tell you about a few other upcoming and ongoing sales at Ulta. So first off, the Gorgeous Hair event starts next week. I don't think I will make videos for those because I don't have the same amount of knowledge on hair care as I do for makeup and skincare, but just so you know, it's going on. I'll have that linked in the description box below if you're interested. And also, it seems the Smith & Cult brand is leaving Ulta and is all discounted to 75% off. It's such a shame. Smith & Cult is a wonderful brand, but I don't think they, I don't think they did social media very well. Kind of the same thing that impacted MAC, right? So yeah, they're 75% off from what's still available. I highly recommend you the Sombra Shift eyeshadow palette. I feel like by the time I get this video up, it's going to be sold out, but yeah, this is what it looks like. It's a small palette, but it's so gorgeous. There's this beautiful olive green in here. It's kind of more warmer tones, but then you've got this mauve color here, this beautiful almost coral, and then the Shift shade as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I've traveled with this palette a few times and dropped it, so I'm actually quite surprised at how sturdy it is. $7 is a steal. And also, today's video is going to be a haul done more in the speed review style. Everything I talk about today I've been using for, what are we at, 3-ish weeks? But it's just going to be kind of more quick thoughts. If you do happen to want a more detailed review of anything like we did with the Living Proof Dry Shampoo, just let me know and I'm happy to do it. And like always, we have a skincare and a makeup section, but one more thing before we start chatting about the products. This particular video is a lot of a much more natural look. Of course, you know what I do. I'm wearing the products I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, it's a natural makeup haul and a lot of skincare. Not a lot, the whole video is small, actually. It's a smaller video. Okay, let's get into it. Strong start. We are starting with the Keys Skin Transformation Cream. I talked about how much I wanted to buy this in the 21 Days of Beauty, and I did. I bought the fragrance-free version, and you know what? It is everything I expected it to be, if not more. No, it is more because it's glass packaging, which I didn't know it was in glass packaging. For some reason, I assumed it was plastic. So it's gorgeous packaging, and let me tell you, the moisturizer is everything I hoped it would be. It is such a cosmetically elegant texture. You know, again, I paid $15 for this. It's $30 at retail, which isn't bad either, but you know, $15 moisturizer, I feel like, at least in the past, that would have been something that maybe didn't sink into your skin well. Maybe you had to really work to buff it in, and that's just not the case with this. I pretty much covered all the reasons I was interested in this in the 21 Days of Beauty video itself, but yeah, actually using it, it's been incredible. Of course, it is Alicia Keys' brand, and let me tell you, I know that people have a lot of mixed feelings on celebrity brands as a whole, but I just really quickly one more time wanted to reiterate, Alicia Keys did not formulate this. I feel like I don't need to tell you all this. I have very intelligent viewers, but it always shocks me that when I go on other websites, I sometimes see people saying things like that. No, Alicia Keys was not in her bathroom mixing up these products. It even says on the packaging, developed in partnership with a board-certified dermatologist, and that's just in partnership too. It's developed by cosmetic chemists with a dermatologist, and then Alicia Keys said, well, here's how I want you to make it look, or here's what I want the packaging to say, which is apparently, I welcome all circumstances as catalysts for change. I don't know if I do, Alicia. Yo, it probably is easier to say that when you have a net worth of $180 million. We don't have to spend a lot of time on these either because I talked about these so much on this channel, but the Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels and the Dissolving Microneedle Eye Patches, I love them. And I just buy them at 50% off because you never need to pay full price for these ever. but a clearance find and one that is still available on the Ulta website. The Cacao Matcha and Chia Facial Cream. This came in such funny packaging. It's really cute though. That is cute packaging, right? This is still available on the Ulta website for 50% off. I'm so sad that the Cacao brand is leaving Ulta. It feels like the same thing as the Smith & Cult brand I was talking about earlier. You know, it's such a strange time for makeup and skincare brands. You have to, in order to succeed, you have to play this social media game and you have to master it. You can't just, you know, come out with a good product. It's not enough. And I do feel like that's where Cacao went wrong. I mean, look how cute that is. It comes with your little scoop in the lid, and it too, actually, it's very similar to the Keys transformation cream I was just talking about. Initially, it kind of feels thick, but then when you apply it to your skin, it's not. It just absorbs right into your skin. It's very well done. Quinoa, matcha, chia seed, and acai. It's such a beautiful formula, but it's got two potential cons that go against the mentality that's been trending for the past year, if not the past couple of years. It has some alcohol and it has some fragrance. And, you know, it's amazing how many products are dismissed for having those ingredients, even though, in my opinion, you can absolutely formulate a product to have both of those ingredients and still be very effective and non-irritating. In the right amounts, alcohol helps products to absorb well into your skin, and it doesn't leave your skin feeling dry. And as for fragrance, you know, that can cover so many different ingredients. Nonetheless, though, I still don't love the word fragrance on a label. I'd rather companies spell it out. But then there's a con when they spell it out, and that's that sometimes people haven't identified their fragrance allergies, and so they use a product that doesn't contain the word fragrance, but still wonder why they're running into issues. So we're moving into makeup, but really quickly, before we get into what is kind of more true makeup, we're going to talk about Olio e Osso, and ultimately what I'm going to tell you is it's not really makeup, it's skincare. So I said I was going to buy these, and I did, and the reason I was interested in this brand is because I read the ingredients list, specifically on the clear one, by the way, which is the one I wanted. So the ingredients are shea oil, olive oil, beeswax, and grapefruit oil. I love those ingredients, sounded perfectly emollient, sounded like a wonderful lip balm. So I wanted the clear one. They ran a promo where you could get the clear one for free when you bought the other ones. And these are $28 balms at $28 for those ingredients. Why? So instead of 28 for one, 28 for three, it was a little hard to resist. I hope if you were interested, you were able to get this. I did post it to my Instagram. But because I wasn't initially planning on the tinted ones, I had to watch some YouTube videos trying to figure out, well, what colors would I be interested in? Are these going to be blushes for me? Initially, I settled on French Melon right here. There we go. Now you can see it, kind of. Some reviewers said this one was very faint. And they were indeed correct. So I bought a second one, and that is balm number 8, Persimmon, which was supposed to be one of the higher pigment ones. You all watch Raw Paint Blog? She warned me. She said that these don't show up on her at all, on her skin tone. And, you know, they barely do on me too. I feel like it just ends up being the first very tricky conversation we have to have in today's video is this a brand that is excluding people of a deeper skin tone, or is that idea that these are multi-sticks sort of just we'll just throw that idea in with it. Because personally, I don't like using a product on my lips and then putting it on my cheeks. I don't like doing that at all. So it gets one purpose, and all three of these are lip balms for me with, you know, a tiny hint of color from these. So I really don't know. I don't know if it's a brand that feels exclusionary or not. You all feel free to let me know your thoughts below. Obviously, I have a very fair skin tone myself, but, you know, still doesn't show up. One more product before this video potentially takes a very controversial turn, and that is the Jane Iredale powder. So some of your comments talked me into this, and I actually love it. I don't really love the case that much. The case is a lot cheaper looking than I thought it would be, although some people did say that in the reviews. But the product itself, in spite of it looking kind of messy in here, that's just because I've been using the heck out of it. It's a great powder foundation. Finding my shade was such a nightmare because there's so few videos on this product, but I ended up getting Bisque. I'm wearing it again today. What I will tell you is, first of all, I was hesitant because I have dry skin. How often do I need powder foundation on my dry skin? What I've come to realize with powder foundation is that it's great for a quick look. If you don't feel the need to build up a lot of coverage, you just want to kind of even out your skin tone, grab a more fluffy type of brush and apply it gently to your skin. It just gives you an even skin tone. I will say though, since I have dry skin, I've been using oil-based primers again, and I let them sink into my skin and sit for at least 15-20 minutes while I do the rest of my makeup and then come back to the powder foundation, and oh my goodness, it looks amazing. There is some SPF in here. I'm not counting on it for coverage. I'm just not, obviously. Wear it over your sunscreen. It doesn't really add anything, in my opinion. But it is mineral. It is mineral sunscreen, so, you know, it's actually... It's a product that I would say is probably quite suited for sensitive skin, and it does wear and sit on the skin very nicely. And now for the part of the video that I'm scared of filming. I bought from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Jaclyn Cosmetics, I mean. Okay, let me explain. See, originally in my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I said I wasn't interested in this brand. There's just too much drama around it. I attempted to make what I perceived as a lighthearted joke. Might as well just own up to what I said. So I said, you know, Jaclyn should include a hair gift with purchase because everybody heard about the hairs and the lipstick drama, blah, blah, blah. I genuinely meant that to be funny. I thought that it was. But again, anytime you're talking about celebrities, there's just a lot of attachment, I think. So go figure, I did get some feedback about being way too hard on Jaclyn, and I also had some people say, yeah, but if you take Jaclyn out of it, the products are actually really good. I got to thinking about it and I said, you know, in terms of terrible things people can do, making a big mistake with your company, but then ultimately refunding everybody was refunded. I mean, she did do the right thing. Even if in the end, and I looked at her range of bronzers and blushes and I was like, it's inclusive. So I went for it. I went for 2 of the blush bronzer duos and the glow powder. So I don't know why I did this, but I think a lot of you may actually know what I'm talking about. I picked out my products and placed my order, and then I watched reviews, because that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You have this entire network of YouTube on which people make all of these reviews that you could watch before you buy products, but no. Watch them after for validation. So one review in particular had me realize that no matter what I say about these products, chances are pretty high this section of the video is not going to go over well, because there's just so much strong feelings around Jaclyn Hill. I would not be surprised if some amount of people cancel me over buying these products, even though, you know, I think really I was just trying to make up for what I now perceived as being too harsh. You can't win with these celebrities, you can't. And yet think about it, do you even know anything about the owners of Maybelline, L'Oreal? Do you know anything about them? Do you have any kind of attachment? When you go to buy a Maybelline product, are you like, yeah, but has the Maybelline CEO been buying too many shoes lately? Or whatever people are upset with Jaclyn for, whatever they're upset. I really don't know. The products themselves. So the blush and the bronzer duos. I bought the shades Warm Flush and Golden Goddess and Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. And I'll have some close-up swatches so you can see this, but I think it was AliceintheRabbitHole who was saying they all look similar. the bronzers look identical. Like, what is the difference in the bronzer? There's a little bit of a tone difference in the blush, yes, there definitely is, but the bronzers look the same. In terms of the packaging, some people love it and some people hate it. I feel really neutral about the packaging. I feel like the only person who is neutral about it, but it's what I expected. Jaclyn is pretty over the top as a person. Of course, her products are gonna have louder packaging, right? It's exactly what I expected, so I'm not surprised. I don't know if I love it, but it's not surprising in the slightest. What is actually really surprising to me is that these are kind of very buildable blushes. I associate Jaclyn Hill with intense pigment. These are very buildable. They're actually so much like using the Laura Geller brand. I do think they're high quality. I do think they look flattering on, but you know, if you're interested in these, Laura Geller, man. Laura Geller has such better sales, so much more variety. Even though I do, again, I like the shade range. I like that she's included everyone. But I think I don't know, maybe I was expecting something a little different. Again, though, you know, it's great for everyday use. Don't do what I did and buy two because they look the same. So I guess with those, I will say I think they're nice. I think they could be very suitable for people who, you know, don't want an over-the-top blush look. Oh yeah, and the shade that I'm wearing today is Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. I went for the cooler of the two today. But I'm going to tell you what, even though I think those are just kind of fine, this right here stands out. The Do Me Luminous Powder, she actually did a really good job on this. It's a powder that has just a little bit of a glow to it. So it's something where you wouldn't want to set your face with this, but you can absolutely focus it on the center of your face, which is what I did today. I have it applied down the center of my face and then kind of a little bit out this way as a substitute for highlighter. And it looks really natural and it looks really, it makes my skin look healthy. The packaging might not be for everybody, but I don't know, it's actually, it makes more sense in a powder, I would say, even though the raised J is, it's Jaclyn. So I don't know, maybe I'm canceled for buying Jaclyn Cosmetics, maybe I'm canceled for saying jokes about Jaclyn Cosmetics, I don't know. I don't know how many more celebrity brands I'll buy going forward, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just another brand. It's just another brand. Blushes and bronzers that feel like Laura Geller. A nice and interesting addition to the powder market. We could be so close to the end of a video where I don't get mad, but that's just not gonna be the story for today. Because I also bought from one more celebrity brand, and that is Kim Kardashian, formerly West. So the story with this brand, I love the lip liners. Those were in a past 21 Days of Beauty. They were incredible. So when the brand went 75% off, I wanted more of the lip liners. I wanted to try the lipsticks. But there was only one I was interested in that was available online. That was Hot Sauce. So I ordered it. Packaging looks a little cheap, but you know, whatever. It was $4. So then I went in store to grab the shades that I was interested in. And because I went in store and because it's a mid-range brand, we don't do seals. I swear I will never understand this logic, but everything was, you know, just in boxes you could open and look at. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy these, but when I get home, I'm going to sanitize them. Because I don't know if you've heard, but there's, you know, things you can catch from dirty stuff. I don't want to take any risks in stores. You know, people could have been opening these and sticking them in their nose. Who knows? Who knows what people do? So I got them home. I took out my alcohol spray, and all I did is the same thing I always do. It's very simple, very effective. You just mist real quickly your lipstick, or you can dunk it in your isopropyl alcohol, and then I wipe down the container. And again, I'll have to give you close-ups of this, or it won't be visible, but the plastic melted. It melted. I smelled just a chemical reaction. Some sort of a chemical reaction from using isopropyl alcohol to sanitize these lipsticks. You should be able to see it real clearly in the close-ups. They're destroyed. Do you understand that this is not something that should happen with lipsticks? I think a lot of people don't know this, but lipstick formulas can actually last a pretty long time, easily 2 years. But if you want them to last 2 years, you should probably sanitize them every so often. So what the heck is this? A lipstick that can't be sanitized? This isn't even dollar store. Dollar store lipsticks don't do this. This is some kind of the absolute cheapest components you could possibly buy. It's so cheap that they haven't even been tested to see if they don't have a bizarre reaction with basic isopropyl alcohol. What did we learn today? What did we learn today? Because I feel like this is a video that really covers a lot of celebrity brands all at once, and I don't know. I don't know what the take-home point is. Is it that celebrities might just try to rip you off and use the cheapest components they possibly can because they know they'll still be a success no matter what? Or are they a success no matter what? Because again, these were 75% off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Let me know if you too have ever had something like this happen. That's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a truly wonderful weekend. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and I will see you all next time.